second. Showtime, fellas. All right, we in here. How you gentlemen doing?
What's up?
I'm looking pretty good, man. Not bad for Monday.
You know, I know we haven't got together in a little while. We've all been busy doing summer stuff. You know, I've had a hell of a summer myself, dog. I've been to concerts, amusement parks. I've been to like 4 different cities, dog. I've been everywhere this summer.
Oh, yeah.
So, including a trip out to see JC. I was down in the Berg for Picklesburg. Shout out to JC. Had a great time.
Yeah, good time. Good time. TK, we got to get your ass up here, brother.
I know, man. I know it.
I mean, we're gonna forewarn the ladies because I mean, you know, they can't control themselves. They get that country boy in here. They love country boys in Pittsburgh.
I hate to sound like a fucking
they love
tornado,
country boys in Pittsburgh, man. So if you know any country boys,
Hey,
I love Pittsburgh.
look, before we get started, I got to do a full disclosure. I'm my own man. I'm not part of the manosphere. I'm not with any different colored pills. I'm not with any movements. I'm not some pickup artist. And I always say that I'm not even a dating coach. Look, we got an official dating coach we're reviewing tonight. This dude is legit. We're going to pay some respect to one of the Game Kings. I'm reviewing Kzags, Fuck Buddy Etiquette, and I got a special surprise for y'all. See, if any of y'all watch Zag, you know that he had a channel of his deleted. Manhood is a skill set. YouTube said Zag was giving out too much game and pulled the plug on that shit. So he had to come all the way back up from nothing, and he started a whole nother channel. And since he had thousands of videos that were deleted, he started remaking some. So Zag remade Fuck Buddy Etiquette for his Return to Manhood channel on YouTube. But what Zag didn't know is that I reviewed it, and I still had those clips. So I went through the first Fuck Buddy Etiquette from Manhood is a Skill Set, and I cut out all my commentary, and we're going to run them both together. So you're going to see the difference tonight while I always make it clear that I'm not a dating coach. I don't have game. Somebody like Kzag has game, teaches game. You could learn a lot from him. So we're going to get into this. But you know what? Hey, before we do, I want to give all the Game Kings, let me get the screen for a minute, fellas. I want to give all the Game Kings some cigars. Let me start out with Boss Mac Topsoil, man. Boss Mac has the dopest drip. BossMacStreetwear.com. Hey, I'm a big dude. You can't tell, but these shirts fit me so good. And ladies, if you're watching, it's a 2X if you want to go to BossMacStreetwear.com and pick me out some swag. Now, look, like I said, I want to give the Game King some cigars, man. These are the coldest motherfuckers on YouTube, especially Steve the Dean Williams at themanmindset.com. Steve's colder than a lion with no fur. I'm telling you, like he teaches so much stuff. Hey, one of the things I got from Steve is how to properly greet a woman when they come over to the crib. So, and I had a woman over at the crib the other day, and so I did what Steve teaches, and I go out there and greet her like a man and bring her to, I don't text her and tell her the door's open. I don't just hold the door open and let her walk in. I walk out onto my porch and I give that woman a hug and I get in her ear, and that's all I want to say. I appreciate the game, Steve. Hey, the next cigar I got is for Mr. Lucario. Now, Mr. Lucario, badboymembership.com. Look, Lucario, he's another one, man. Something I got from him is I looked right at this woman. I said, why don't we both go up to my room where we'll be a little more comfortable? And, you know, we were right up in my room. Next cigar I got is from Miles Cunningham at themasculineidentity.com. Look, Miles says that 5 minutes after that woman comes to your crib, the act of sex should have started. So you're not sitting around watching movies. We don't have distractions on. When she's coming over, we're getting right to it. Now, tonight we're reviewing Zag. Something I got from Zag is when sex is over, like, you don't want to do cuddling and pillow talking and shit with women. You get up and you get them something to clean up with. And, you know, you can hand them a little towel or something, clean up the mess, and you go get dressed, and they know what the deal is. When you come back into the room, like they got their clothes on, So I use that every time, Zag. I appreciate that shit. And you know what? I need to give a shout out to Mr. 1952, gatewaytogame.com. Mr. 1950 got that Bedroom Bully playlist on Spotify, and these women love that track by Mr. 1950 himself, that Choke You So Good Girl. Now, for real, man, I just wanted to give all these Game Kings some cigars before we get going, dog. Check them out. I highly recommend you subscribe to all their channels. So, all right, now while we're here, Fuck Buddy Etiquette. We're going to break this down. So I got these 2 videos we're going to run, and if you fellas see something you want to speak on, let me know. I'm going to stop it. Let's go first with the new one, the Fuck Buddy Etiquette from the Return of Manhood YouTube channel. All right, let's run it, fellas.
There he is.
For those of you who are still rocking with me after my first channel got removed by YouTube,
Boo.
for those of you who've been asking for the Fuck Buddy Etiquette upload or re-upload on, basically, a whole new joint. Now here's the beautiful thing.
Gentlemen, let me stop this. This is a momentous occasion. This is the one and only time I've ever seen Kzag and 20 wrong. Like I say, he doesn't know, but I brought the first Fuck Buddy Etiquette back from the grave. And we're going to watch it tonight, and we're going to talk about both of these.
About my commentary, my content, is that it's all here. So although the original videos are no longer with us, the knowledge, the experience is still here. Right? My ability to facilitate that knowledge is still here. So when we talk about Fuck Buddy Etiquette, right, there are 3 main principles of etiquette, right? 3 main principles. That is consideration, respect, and honesty. Okay? Again, consideration is.
Stop it right there. That should be the standard operating procedure for how you deal with all women. If you're not doing those 3 things, you got shit all fucked up, dog.
Yeah, side chicks go wrong when they don't know they're the side chick.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
For all you guys, there is no shortage of women who are down for a fuck buddy relationship or a sexual relationship. Regardless of what you might hear women say publicly, there are plenty of women out here, very attractive women, right, who are game, if you will, for fuck buddy situations or sexual relationships. Same shit, right? Sexual relationships where it's mainly just sex, or fuck buddy scenarios, mainly just sex, right? Or just sex in some cases. Now, again, consideration, respect, and honesty. Let me speak on something. For those of you who caught the Real Game No Theory podcast this past Sunday, there was a guy who called in and he was talking about how 2 of his other partners, so it was 3 women, 3 guys, including himself, where him and one of his other partners end up having sex with 2 out of the 3 girls. The 3rd girl that was there did not want to have sex with his other friend, right? The 3rd guy, right? And how he ended up just dropping those women off late at night, in the middle of the night, at a gas station.
That's some bitch ass shit, dog.
And as far as the women knew, they were getting a ride home. I want to briefly talk about something, right? Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, when we talk about fuck buddy etiquette, We're talking about honesty, transparency, right? In order to be honest with someone, you must be transparent and you must have great communication where it's always understood what's going on in any given scenario, right? Consideration, be considerate, right? Also, respect people's boundaries, respect the parameters. Any type of relationship you agree to with the woman, right? There needs to be respect for the boundaries and the parameters set forth in that particular relationship. I want guys to understand something when women consent to have sex with you. When women consent to have sex with you, okay, I need guys to really understand what I'm saying. They're not only consenting to the physical act of having sex with you, they're also consenting to the circumstance surrounding the sex. Okay, let me say that shit again. Not only are they consenting to the physical act of, but they're they're consenting rather to the circumstance. So what I mean by that is, if you've led a woman to believe that you're down to get to know her and perhaps venture down the road of a potential relationship in the future, and part of her reason she's consenting to have sex with you is because you guys had a discussion where she truly believes that you guys having sex now is not just sex to you, that you actually want to date her and get to know her. So she's not only consenting to the physical act of having sex, she's consenting to the circumstance, meaning there's an expectation that what you guys are doing is more than just fucking because of what you led her to believe. So, and I said all that to say this, not only is the woman consenting to sex, she's consenting to the circumstances. This is why if you do want merely just a sexual relationship or a fuck buddy scenario to pop off, let the woman know that that's what it is, right? Let her know that, hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm trying to do. So if you're with it, this is how it's going to be. It's not going to be a situation where you can call me anytime you want. You can text me anytime you want. It's not going to be a situation where we're going out on dates and shit. It's not going to be a situation where we're going to be spending the night together, taking showers together, sharing meals together. It's not going to be a situation where we're just talking on the phone because you want to hear my voice and all that other type of shit. So essentially, the only time we're going to be in communication with each other is to either set up a rendezvous or because we're kind of talking shit to each other about how exciting the last rendezvous was. So basically 99% of our conversation centers around sex, either the sex we're gonna have or the sex we just got done having. Okay, when you talk about having a fuck buddy or having an individual that you have a sexual relationship with, that's what it is, right? So again, 3 principles of etiquette: honesty, respect, and consideration. So let's break this shit down a little bit more. So here's the reality of it, right? Once you start blurring the lines, okay, so let's say you agree to embark on a fuck buddy relationship or a sexual relationship, right?
I'm going to call time right there.
Once you start blurring the lines,
I'm going to call time right there.
What you have is no longer.
Go ahead, JC.
Just kind of wanted to call time there because he's about to break down what he just said. But I think we should take this opportunity to do that before we hear him say what he has to say. I have seen this video before, so I guess I'm kind of cheating on this one. But I really kind of want to discuss the parameters of like what he's discussing. The 3 principles mainly. Honesty being the first one, or I would say it was third one he mentioned, but the most important one. Like I said earlier, and I mean it sounded like I was joking. I wasn't. If you're gonna do the side chick thing, I recommend it. It's easy to get caught, but if you do the side chick thing, look, don't tell her she's not the side chick. Don't let her know that she is anything other than the side chick. You might say to yourself, well, okay, but then she might not sleep with me. Or she might do, hey, man, that's fine. You're going to have to move on to somebody who will, because believe me, when and if that blows up in your face, and a lot of us guys have had that happen, it is not going to be pretty. And now they got camera phones. I'm saying. Now they got camera phones. In 1999, thank God they didn't.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Dude, we would have totally misused that.
It would have been bad news, bro. Bad news.
Mm-hmm. We're already bad at social media. We're supposed to be grown-ups.
I know, right?
I like something you mentioned, JC, about finding one who will. If she's not willing to follow the parameters, get rid of her. If that's
that's just it.
You find another one.
I understand. I think most dudes make women their girlfriends way too soon. I think you got to make them earn that. You got to vet these women. That should take several months, not several weeks. So when you make her your girlfriend way too early, she knows she's got you. You know, you're going to start compromising for her next. You're going to be flexible. You know, but
we're gonna make a whole episode on that.
I'm getting off track here, JC. I just wanted to say, I know. Like how you pointed out that it's easier to just find one who will, because they're out there, dog. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they are. They are. And I mean, the thing of it is, when you find one of the ones that are out there, she's not going to care if you don't want a commitment, even if she's not the side chick. Let's say you just don't want a girlfriend, don't want a relationship. I mean, I've spent half my adult life in that boat, you know, where it's like, okay, look, just got out of one, still hurting, but we got needs. Or not really ready to get into one, but again, we've got needs. And look, we're mammals, man. Like the song says, we've got to make sure that we're attending to those needs, and that is part of our mental health. You know, whether it's part of your physical health or not, I think is debatable, but it's part of our mental health. So sometimes that particular type of friendship is something that we need in life, even if only for a temporary basis. But the important thing is to remember, you're both going to have to be not only consenting adults to the act, but like he says, consenting adults to the circumstances surrounding the act. She can't think you're about to get into a relationship if you think that it's just kind of something that you're going to do to dip your wick and get it over with.
Correct. I always advocate for honesty with women. Being straight up is the best policy. So I let them know I'm not looking for a relationship, but that doesn't mean we can't go out and have a little bit of fun. That doesn't mean we can't get to know each other a little bit better. So
that shouldn't be so much about being honest with women as much as just being honest with your presentation of yourself. That's what that's about.
And that's why I'm honest with women, dog, because I'm honest with myself. I have personal integrity. I'm not going to lie to anyone for anything. So women get to reap the benefit of my personal integrity, my standards.
I mean, so what kind of dopamine rush would you get if you could only get laid when you lie to people? You know, I mean, it's one of those things.
Right, yeah.
Well, look, something he's going to break down later in the video is the difference between a fuck buddy and a friend with benefits. And I think in one of the videos, he even goes into like the proper, like when you should elevate them. And all right, let's keep watching and get back to this. I know we got a lot of footage to get through tonight.
A fuck buddy relationship or a sexual relationship, you have something else. And what I mean by that is, once you start having conversations with the woman that involve,
and if you want to speak on something he says, just holler out, man. I'll pause it.
Her day at work, or it involves her upbringing, or she's telling you about some personal shit that's going on in her life, and you're giving her that ear. You guys are really having conversations and shit about that. Okay, once you start, if she comes to your house and before y'all fuck, y'all sit down on the couch, watch Netflix together, maybe y'all get some takeout, y'all share a meal together, and then maybe she's over there for quite a bit and then y'all fuck. Or she comes over and y'all have sex, and then after y'all have sex, she's kind of laying up in your arms and shit. Y'all are talking, having very intimate conversations about each other's past, each other's current state of affairs in your life and shit. That's no longer fuck buddy shit. Okay, that's something else. Okay, you're blurring the lines and it's becoming something else. I need guys to understand something. Once you start to introduce non-sexual intimacy in the equation, it becomes something else. It's just a matter of time before one or both of you start catching feelings. Now, here's my caveat to that. There is nothing wrong with having a fuck buddy situation that starts to kind of build and it becomes something else. It becomes where you guys are now really dating each other. You're going out. You're enjoying each other beyond just the bedroom. It's okay if it turns into something else. What I'm telling you guys is this. If you know in your heart of hearts that you don't want it to become nothing else, what I'm giving you is the fucking knowledge based on my experiences and my own knowledge, right? I'm giving you quote unquote best practices. Shout out to Miles Cunningham, because that's how he references the information that he gives. Excuse me, as best practices. I'm giving you the 411 on how to have a very enjoyable situation where both you and the woman mutually benefit from the situation, where you can lessen the likelihood of drama in your life. Okay, you can lessen the likelihood of having a toxic situation because the woman believes one thing, although you're saying another. And what often happens.
What's that, JC?
Yeah, I got to tell you, there are situations in which that happens. And, I'm not here, and none of us are here tonight to talk about what we're looking for in a committed relationship tonight. That's off the table. So like he said, sometimes relationships start off as fuck buddies, and they do. Look, some of the most fun weddings I have DJed, and I have DJed several hundred, I have been with a couple that started off as fuck buddies. I mean, one couple, it was great. One couple, she was the best friend that he banged, and they wound up together, and we were DJing their wedding. It was a crazy time. You should have heard the stories that like the bridal party had. But the thing of it is that is the kind of thing that you usually only see with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. Okay, and by the way, Mila, if you're into, never mind. One of the things that we run into though is that catch and feeling thing, man. You cannot do that. The thing you have to remember is that you have to stick to what you discuss. The minute the circles start getting drawn around the nipples, you know what I'm saying? That's when you got to start to think, okay, like he said, this is no longer a fuck buddy situation. When she starts asking, what are we? While she's doing that, that's where it's no longer a fuck buddy situation.
I got the game from Kzag himself, dog. When I'm done knocking them off, when I'm finished folding them up like a pretzel, I'm going to get them something to clean up with, man. I'll jump in the shower, come back in the room 10 minutes later, and she got it together. There ain't no laying in bed asking what are we. You know what we are.
I just want to point out to you younger men, that's a great plan. But young guys, if you're gangster, she'll be waiting for you to bring a towel, and all she's going to hear is your car drive off. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Hey,
don't do it.
You know what I do when I'm done, man? It's real, man. Look, when I'm done knocking her off, I get up and I start shadow boxing. Because look, most dudes lay there like they're all exhausted, like that pussy just wore them out. Not me, dog. I am up and I got so much energy, I'll knock her off again.
I just want to hear one story about you grabbing her panties and spiking them like a football after you scored a touchdown.
Oh, I thought we were going to get it.
Like, if you got a story like that, I would love to hear it. If not, create one.
I thought we were going to get a story about you, about how many weddings you knocked off bitches at, dog, for real.
Oh, dude, listen, this dates back to my mid-20s, man. If I had to keep a record of all of them, and the messed up thing is, Billy, I know you know a couple of them.
Hey, I don't believe in keeping records either, and I don't give a fuck about body counts on women and stupid shit like that, because
you keep the greatest records. They make great stories at a bar.
Dog.
Let's
keep going here with that. Let's
you lose count somewhere. You lose count somewhere in the triple digits anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. You do. You lose count in triple digits, okay, because this is like 2004, 2005, and I'm writing down shit in a little black book like Stephanie Becky's from the club. And, after you...
Hey, whoa. Don't forget the call center.
Give a fuck about that shit anymore.
And dude, the numbers climb with call center hosts too, man.
All right, let's let
dude, anybody who's ever worked in a call center that had more than 50 people working there know exactly what I'm talking about. That fucking sexual carousel that takes place. I don't care where the call center is. I don't even care what you're selling or buying or doing customer support for. If you work at a call center with, like, say, 100 people or more, there are some fucking scandals going on, and some of them happen in the restroom. Just saying.
Oh, it's like that everywhere.
I have had a workplace romance or two, but I always say, hey, hold on, let me get the screen. Let's talk about this. Look,
Yeah.
gentlemen, you will get yourself fired from your job if you are fucking
Absolutely.
with the women that you work with. If you don't have standards, if you don't have principles, if you can't tell those women out, look, you shouldn't let the way a woman looks dictate anything about your life, any way you move, anything like that. If the bitch is so bad that you think you got to get at her, you've already lost. Like the women at your job, leave them alone. Now, you could be friendly. You could be charming. You could be yourself. Hey, you can even fuck some of their friends. But the women at the job should be off limits.
They call that shit where you eat.
Yep. All right, let's watch some more here.
What happens is what you're telling her doesn't match what you're actually doing. An example of that is this. If you tell a woman, look, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm not looking for anything serious, but yet she calls you up to go to her house and she ain't trying to have sex with you right away. She wants to watch a movie with you first or some shit on Netflix or whatever the fuck it is. And you capitulate to that. You acquiesce to that, right? This is what a lot of guys do, right? Because they feel like, man, I want access to the sex. So whatever little extra shit the woman is going to have me doing, fuck it, I'll do it. And what you're saying is once you start doing that extra shit, number one, you're no longer in control of the situation.
Yeah, he's right. You just gave away your power. And
Yep.
the woman knows she's in control. She's got the upper hand. And a lot of women like weak motherfuckers who are easily, who they can move easily around. I don't want to say easily manipulated because like he's saying, once you start capitulating, once you start doing acquiescing to all her little demands to try to get some box, you're fucked, dog. You really are.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, because once
And
you
the thing
give it
is, they
in,
know it before you do. They know it before you do. The thing is, not one of these girls doesn't know why you're doing it, and not one of them is going to. What's messed up is they know you're doing it, and they know that you don't know that they know you're doing it, and that's where they have the advantage. At that point, they can drag you around by you know what, and you know. When you witness it happening from the third person, it's so much more pathetic than when you look back on when we did it, and we've all done it. I mean, you know, we've all been teenagers, or we've all been trying to lose that pesky virginity, and we all had to kind of chase the way we had to. That's why I'm JC No Chaser now. You got to chase and fail.
Talk on that, JC. No chaser. Why'd you choose that?
Because there are two things I don't chase: affection and whiskey.
My man.
that's true.
All right, let's keep going here, fellas.
Okay, you're no longer dealing with the woman on your terms. You're dealing with her on her terms. So even if you desired a fuck buddy situation, by her actions of having you sit on the couch and watch a fucking movie with her, she's basically telling you with her actions, this ain't going to be the type of situation you want it to be. It's going to be how I want it to be if you want this pussy. You can never allow a woman to dictate terms and conditions. For whatever type of relationship you desire as a man, whatever role you want that woman to play in your life, okay, it's very prudent of you to make sure that what you tell her and what you do is in alignment. It matches up, right? So she can never come back and say, well, you did this or you said that, right? Again, what are you eliminating? You are eliminating drama. One of the things that I talk about all the time, when you deal with women, no matter what capacity, okay, whether it's just one date and then you guys fall off, multiple dates and you guys fall off, whether it's a fuck buddy situation or you guys are dating for some time, or if it turns into a relationship, marriage, whatever it is, as the man, you are responsible for managing that situation with that woman. Okay, you're also responsible for mitigating her emotions. When I say mitigating her emotions, meaning,
Ooh, let's talk on that for a minute. Because
Yeah, keep her even tempered, buddy.
A lot of women, you're dealing with a lot of emotions, and like you guys, I see so many of you young men do shit that make women mad. I think y'all piss them off on purpose.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I think one of the reasons I'm kind of more a one-woman man these days is because I don't need more than one of them pissed off at me.
Yeah, man. Just too much drama.
Look, I'm okay. So I meet a lot of women, dog. I meet them everywhere I go. I meet them on the internet. I meet them, and so I get bored with women a lot too. So I'm meeting new ones I'm losing interest in. It's just a constant process for me. Settling down with one woman, I don't know, like she'd have to go hard for me, dog. And I have had some I've vetted for a while, and shit, I had one I just cut loose a little recently that I've been vetting for quite a while, but she knew what the deal was, and she did something I wasn't okay with, so I sent her packing, dog. That's just how it goes.
I mean, the thing of it is, that's why you set boundaries at the very beginning. The whole reason you set boundaries at the very beginning is because that way you're not the controlling guy that sees her doing something new and exciting and saying, you're not going to do that. No, at the very beginning, I say, I don't commit to girls who do ABC nor XYZ. That way, later on, if you say, hey, I'm going to go do ABC, all right, cool. Hey, we had a great run. What? What do you mean, what? You knew from the very beginning this is something I don't do. This is not me being controlling. This is, we set this boundary and you're telling me, hey, screw you, I'm crossing it. And that's okay. But now just understand you hereby forfeit my commitment to you. If you still want to fuck every once in a while, though, that's where fuck buddy etiquette comes in. But the thing of it is, boys, your ex cannot be your fuck buddy. That is such a golden rule you cannot break.
Yeah,
your ex cannot be your fuck buddy. I don't care which one of you wants to be in the relationship more. Whether it's you who says who has the power to say no, this is not happening, or she. The point is this: if you are the one who wants to pursue the relationship, or you're the one that wants to get away from it, either side is not pretty. I've been on both sides. You don't want to go back to your ex as a fuck buddy. That is not the same thing. Your fuck buddy needs to be someone that you're not in love with, nor have you ever been.
Shout out
someone
to
that you haven't crossed that barrier.
Hey, shout out to Kzag.
That is the most dangerous game you can play, fellas.
We don't recycle women. If it didn't work out with you the first time, it ain't gonna work out with her the second time. She's not gonna recognize the growth and progress you made. She's still gonna see you as a weak bitch ass motherfucker, and she ain't gonna have any.
Once you give in, yes.
Don't recycle women. Why would you? There's so many of them.
Dude, for real.
We talked about earlier. Find one that will.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to Zag.
That she's getting.
And I hope you motherfuckers are taking notes, or at very least go to his YouTube channel and subscribe. That's Return of Manhood on YouTube.
A little too emotional or a little too involved emotionally with a situation that you made clear wasn't going to be anything but a fuck buddy situation. You need to mitigate that situation. To mitigate means make less severe. So I'll give you a real quick example. I had a young lady I was dealing with some time ago, years ago, and we had a fuck buddy scenario going on. And she called me, right? She called me, and she wanted me to come by later on that night and beat it up, right? So I told her, hey, all right, I'll be there later on this evening, and we're going to make that happen. So what I did was something that I shouldn't have did. So before we hung up, she started just talking to me about frivolous shit. So one of the things she asked me was, what are you doing right now? And I told this story so many times, but for those of you who haven't heard it, here we go. And for those of you who have heard it, sometimes this shit bears repeating so you can get it.
Hey,
right? So she said, what are you doing right now? I said, well, right now I'm about to go catch up with my boys. We're about to go grab a bite to eat.
What's up, TK? You speak on that?
No, I just couldn't understand him. It keeps skipping. It's good now, though.
Toss back some drinks, just kick it. And then, boom, she started kind of going in. How come you don't take me out? How come we don't do anything together? And I kind of start laughing. And I said, girl, look, I ain't got time for this shit. Look, I'm going to holler at you this evening. And she was like, no, I'm serious. I feel like you just taking advantage of me. And I'm like, it's just chick right here. So what is my responsibility? To mitigate, right? So I tell her, I said, look, let me tell you something. Now, at this point, it was time to get kind of stern with her, all right? And let her know this is what it is, right? There is no other option for you. This is what it is. So I told her, I said, look, we don't date. That's not what we do. We fuck. That's what we do. And I'm telling you, it's like I was telling her. We fuck. That's what we do. You get horny. You want me to come through and beat it up. If I'm free, I'll come through and beat it up. I get a little horny. I want to make something happen with you. I hit you up. If you're free, we make it happen. That's the extent of our relationship. That's what we do. We fuck. We don't date. And then I told her, I said, if that's a problem for you, not only will I not come by tonight, but we can end our little situation right here. And I'm telling her, it could be over right now. So what I'm letting her know is this conversation ain't going to happen again. Right? Basically is what I'm telling her. Like, you're my fuck buddy. I'm your fuck buddy. That's the role we play in each other's lives. And now for me, I didn't tell her this, but I need guys to understand. If I want to elevate you to another role, it's going to be at a time of my choosing and on my terms. Hey, you can't dictate to me that you want an elevation in roles. You can't complain to me that you want to be elevated in the role that you're playing in my life. No. I control that 100%, right? And for some women hearing this, it might sound cold, but yo, it is what it is. Okay, and the reason why it has to be this way, because guys don't understand that it is your job, it is incumbent upon you to not only police yourself, but you have to police her attitude, you have to police her emotions, and you have to make sure that the shit runs smoothly. The first time you see that the train is running off the rails.
All right, go ahead, JC.
I think a lot of the time we hear about, and we talk a lot about simps who try to sneak into a girl's panties or her heart by way of the so-called friend zone, thinking he's going to sneak under the radar as a friend, and then all of a sudden she'll just magically fall in love with him, fall in his arms, champagne will rain from the sky, crowds apart, and so will her legs. And women seem to think quite the opposite. If we want a committed relationship, we want to sneak in under that radar of fuck buddy. We can't just bring friendship because this guy's got a dick. He's going to want to use it. So we got to sneak in there underneath the under the guise of that fuck buddy persona, and then, well, hey, we did stuff that involves boyfriend girlfriend stuff. I've had fuck buddies in the past say to me, well, we've done everything that a boyfriend and girlfriend do except for be boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's when I have to say, well, I mean, what's that tell you? I mean, right. You know, but the thing of it is, a lot of these guys aren't going to be, and the thing of it is guys are too afraid to be looked at as not nice. So no, be the nice guy who lies to her, leads her on, and thinks that she's going to be in a relationship. And then when it blows up in your face, this live broadcast will probably be saved somewhere. So come back and watch it, and try again.
Yeah, dude's laying it out pretty thorough, man. I mean, you can't really be too much more thorough than he's getting with this kind of explanation. Yeah. So if you don't grasp it, or any females out there don't grasp it, you're just fucking simple-minded, and you're never going to.
Or more likely in denial.
Look, yeah, I think it's more of a case of Kzag has game. He's an actual dating coach. He's a fucking professional. So
let's see. And here's the thing: when we hear a man being described as that, especially in a group like this, that's a big thing. So young guys, sit there and think to yourself, man, yeah, he's got this together. He knows his stuff, just like Bill's saying. But understand one thing. He was once a 24-year-old reject like I was. He was once that guy that had all the right moves in his right mind, but just wasn't getting anywhere. And why not? He's nice. The thing of it is, you don't know expert game like this until you've had the shit kicked out of your heart and your balls, sometimes in the same day.
No, oftentimes. The thing about it is, too, man, is the reason why dude feels the need to explain this thoroughly and put this out there is because a lot of the young gentlemen today, they even hear this and still don't hear the sense in it. They still think to themselves, oh, this motherfucker don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, it's not going to happen to them.
They're fucking hard-headed, you know what I mean? And they think they know everything, but I mean,
it's not going to happen to
the guy, he knows what he's talking about.
Sure does.
All right, let's keep going. We got about 9 more minutes to get through this one, and then we got the other Fuck Buddy Etiquette from Manhood is a skill set that got the lead.
You either got to leave her alone, or you got to take corrective action and let her know, hey, look, shorty, this is what it is. But also be mindful of what you're doing. You have to ask yourself, is there anything I did in the situation that gave her what she believes is justification for even trying to come at me with this. Okay, my mistake was I'm talking to her on the phone about shit that ain't got shit to do with fucking. The minute she said, so what are you doing right now? Hey, look, I'm going to holler through the night. And I should have hung up the phone. And that would have been that. Now, the end result of the situation was, okay, I still went over that night, still beat it up, and we continued our fuck buddy situation for probably several months to a year. I mean, it was a while. So although she felt away, she felt like, although I'm upset that he won't take me out, I would rather have access to him, albeit just sexual, than not have access to him at all.
And that's what I run into a lot of, because I watch shit like Kzag's channel. I know to only deal with women on my terms. So we doing it my way or we ain't doing it at all. So, and look, and shout out to women, man. A lot of them go hard for me, man. They really do. They want my attention. They want my affection, you know. So, like I
if
said,
you're the right
man,
girl, he'll go hard on you.
Pretty good to me this summer. What's that?
And if you're the right girl, he'll go hard for you.
Yeah, but keeping a guy around, for a female, keeping a guy around as a fuck buddy when she knows that she wants more, you know, just because she figures, you know, why not, you know, if I can't eat the whole thing, why not at least have a little nibble every day? You know what I mean? It doesn't work out. It really doesn't.
I find that women like having access to a real man, so they're willing to not ask questions like, okay, something I got from Steve the Dean Williams, the manmindset.com, is the lost and found box, dog. They come into my room and they see that there's like fucking makeup in there and earrings and just like the shit that women leave behind. So something throws off of their game immediately. They see that lost and found box. They are thinking the audacity of this motherfucker. And
then you look at her and say, "You're lucky I don't have human resources."
I'm fucking smooth. I didn't let them come to the crib right away. I've been making them work for it, you know. So it tracks, you know. But
yeah, you're not misleading anyone in any way. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with it, man.
I think the main reason that young men try to kind of mislead a girl into thinking she's more important than she is again, we're watching too many movies. We're hearing too many love songs. And so these guys who know they want a piece, they're going through those motions. They're going through those lyrics. They're going through those scenes. And the thing of it is that they're getting what they're looking for, but they're also getting a little more than they bargained for. Again, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You lead her on to believe one thing and it ends up being another. You cause yourself a world of shit. And we do not live in the society that's going to favor somebody who's being, you know.
Hey, bro, a woman scorned that fucking has put a curse on your life, dude, can drag you down a notch or two like you never thought you could fucking be drugged down sometimes, man. Like, you gotta watch sometimes,
jail cell. Yep.
How you leave a relationship.
Like that. See, here's the thing. There were signs adding up to that. They didn't just go from zero to lying to the police on you. There was shit that you should have dismissed her for in the meantime that you looked the other way because you wanted to, you know, knock her off later that night. So you ignored her about it.
Some females have gotten. I've had some females, man, that I couldn't have been more bold with, couldn't have been more upfront with, and they got so attached that there was just no shaking them when it come to the time that I realized how obsessive they were being, and then from there, man, it's like it just snowballs. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
and it's a little different where I'm at. I'm in a small town. So you're in a city, you know what I mean? So a girl being able to stalk me here is a little different than it is a chick being able to stalk you there, you know?
Yeah, you're right. There's more people between you and the sidewalk. You can't see her following you.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta correct you.
Trust me on that. Trust me on that.
Here's the thing, dog. If you're not giving them dick right away, if you're vetting them, if you're, you know, here's the thing. You can't give women good dick like that without them losing their fucking mind. You gotta, you know, give them 70%. You can't go 90 or 100% on them, or they will, especially when they're not used to that. You know, when they've had some lazy dude who can't fuck and they come across somebody who knows what they're doing in the bedroom, women will get sprung. We call it dickmatized.
Dude, the thing of it is, my dick has kept me in a lot of relationships that I shouldn't have been in.
Is what I'm saying. Like, she's not getting dick right away. She's gonna have to prove me she's worth the dick, you know. And I got to make sure she ain't gonna lose her mind over that shit. So, and that combined with me not lying to women and them knowing what the fuck the deal is, because I'll get rid of a bitch. I will. Let her show me the first little sign of disrespect. Let her not be there when she's supposed to be there, dog. I'll give her 20 minutes and then I'm leaving.
Yeah,
and
what the fuck do you do when you can't get rid of her? What do you do when you can't get rid of her? When no matter what you do, no matter how many numbers you block, she makes a fucking another one. No matter how many, you know what I mean? No matter what rid of her, she's there.
I'm saying I have vetted her out of my life before she got that good dick, before she got that sprung, before she started
I guess
fucking sticking air tags in my car. I don't know what kind of shit y'all go through.
Oh, bro, you don't even know.
See, a lot of guys are afraid to say no to a woman, and a lot of guys are even more afraid to say, hey, this ain't working out. Take care.
Oh, it's once they get that close, dude, it's fucking warfare, man. You gotta fucking be able to take a grenade here and there, dude. You gotta be able to fucking dodge a landmine. I mean, it gets gruesome.
All right, let's keep going with Zach, dog.
But I need to tell you guys, that's not always going to be the case with all women. Some women just going to dip, right? But it just so happened that her feelings for me superseded just sex. And I was well aware of this, okay? I was aware of this before the phone call. I already knew she started falling for a nigga. But it's okay if a woman is falling. That's not your fault that a woman is catching feelings. So as long as you're sticking to the script, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're not blurring the lines. Once you start blurring the lines, then sometimes what you have to do is leave her alone, because there are some situations that are just going to be combative, right? Now, me and her situation wasn't like that. The situation we had, that was the first and only time she said what she said, and we were straight after that, right? Now, let me just say this about...
Hey, TK, is that what you get into, combative situations?
I have, man.
I'm just fucking with you, though.
I have.
Look, I've had my share of crazy women too, man. Back before I was really more rooted in myself, back before I developed my vetting process, back before I really knew what I was looking for in a woman, I ran into crazy women too, dog. So I'm just fucking with you.
In Ohio?
Oh, bro.
A fuck buddy situation. This is what guys got to understand.
He had a couple, man. He had a couple.
You literally have to be emotionally unavailable. You have to be emotionally unavailable. So what I mean by that,
you don't want to speak on that, JC. That's what I mean. If you're emotionally unavailable, she's not laying there rubbing on your nipples, asking you, "What are we?" You know, you don't. You don't. No, I don't get involved with women like that. I really don't. Like, there's details about my life. There's things I got going on that are none of their business. The only thing that's their business, the only thing that's my business, is the time that we agree to spend together. That's it. I don't ask women about their personal life. Like, I have talked to women even recently, for like 2 or 3 weeks, without even asking them if they even got a man. And then I find out like about a month into it, like I start guessing. You know, like I can tell when she's not always available or she can't always talk. They're like, they always give it away, man. There's always clues when they got a dude and they're trying to turn you into the side dude because they don't meet a motherfucker with game every day.
Yeah. And I mean that. Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. You I mean that. Yeah. But here's the thing: we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting any kind of depth here.
Tell you about.
There's no depth here. I mean, we don't get any.
JC, I'm sorry.
No, we're not going to be getting in-depth conversations. We're not getting any deeper than the cervix. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, I'm not saying you shut her up, but an example is she's talking to you about her relationship with her best friend, right? Her and her best friend are beefing, and she's very emotional about it, and she's coming at you about it. And, you know, give her about 30 seconds or so and be like, yeah, you know, I hope everything work out for you. I really do. I hope you and your friend are able to get past it and y'all can get back to being good friends.
Give her 30 seconds.
But anyway, like I was telling you earlier, and then
he said, give her 30 seconds.
I like that.
That's being generous. I think that's being generous, dog. Give her 30 seconds to talk about some shit. Like, because after about 10 seconds, I look at her and be like, I got an old receipt in my pocket. And she would look at me confused, and I would say, I'm sorry, I thought we were both talking about shit that don't matter.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cold, man.
Get her back to where her mind needs to be on, which is we're fuck buddies. Okay, that's it. I'm not the guy you come to with your problems. I'm not the shoulder to cry on. I'm not the empathetic listening ear. I'm not that guy. Right? I'm not going to be rude to you, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow you to change the dynamic of our relationship. We have a fuck buddy relationship. Now, if you want to campaign and audition to try and be more than just a fuck buddy to me, cool. I will sit back and see what it is you're doing. But again, you can never allow the woman to try and change the dynamic of what you guys going on. Okay, you should be in control over where it goes, if it goes anywhere. Okay, and again, I'm this shit, and they're gonna have a problem with it, but it is what it is. Okay, freedom of choice. If women don't like it, then they can date other men. Okay, or they can just leave you alone, whatever the case may be. Again, if you truly desire a fuck buddy situation where you know for a fact you don't want nothing but sex, nothing, you don't want to go out on no dates. You don't want to do nothing. You just want this chick you can slide through maybe once a week or whatever it is, and you guys have a good time sexually, and that's the extent of it. Okay, there are plenty of women that are down for that. Okay, you just have to be consistent with your actions and make sure you don't blur the line. Okay, another example of that is, again, you don't spend a night with these chicks, man. Okay, outside of sex, you don't hang out with them. So a real quick example is, let's say a woman come over. Right, she come over, she come through the door, you know, she looking nice, you do hit her with the little pirouette, like, girl, you look good. Let's hit this bedroom, right? And then you go ahead, you do the damn thing, beat it up, whatever, right? And then right after you done, get out of bed. Okay, I told you guys this a couple of times. Right after you done, you know, maybe, you know, you lay there for a minute, catch your breath or whatever. Me personally, I don't lay there. I sit up. I sit up and I sit on the edge of the bed. That's what I do.
Like I said, I'm hopping up and I'm shadow boxing, dog.
I sit on the edge of the bed, catch my breath for a minute. If I'm sweating, I gotta, you know, whatever, right? And then I tell a young lady, hey, if you need to use the bathroom, you know, I got some wet wipes in there. I got washcloths. I got some body wash, because, you know, you got to keep the feminine body wash, you know what I'm saying, just so they can clean themselves off. Because sometimes the chick will come over and before you get.
Hey, look, shout out to Steve Dean Williams, man. Steve teaches you how to set up your crib. And one thing he's going to have you do is go get a bunch of little travel size everything. Shampoos, conditioners, body wash, makeup wipes, all that little stuff that Walmart has. You should have a little drawer of it in the bathroom just for the ladies to use when they need it.
Yep.
Busy, you tell her to go in the bathroom and freshen up. You know, I want her to come out. I want her to smell like lavender. You know what I'm saying? I want her to smell like springtime out this motherfucker. So I might have a little something in the bathroom. So after sex, I'm telling her, hey, you know, feel free to use the bathroom and you know, clean yourself off, whatever. Fresh.
And if she's got a man to go home to, a family to go home to, she's gonna respect you having stuff like that around for her to clean herself up with.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't go home smelling like Old Spice swagger.
And then I get up and I throw on some basketball shorts or some lounge pants or whatever I got. And so now she understands that, one, I'm done fucking. Two, we're not about to lay in the bed and talk, right? So when she come out the bathroom, what is she doing? Getting dressed. Okay, and the reason why that's happening is because that's been the consistency of our situation, where it's routine. She understands the assignment. I come through, we chit chat for all about 5 minutes.
Through.
All right, he takes care of me sexually. Right, he makes me smile, and then I go home. And he always tells me, "Hey, when you get home, hit me up and let me say."
I always do that, dog. And part of that is you should always be leading, always giving instructions, always telling them, man.
I always tell her to text me when she gets home.
Right.
Makes me let me know she got there safe.
Yeah, well, it lets them know that you give a fuck about them. You know.
Right.
So,
dude,
I always do that.
Motherfucker,
As a human being, yes.
He just described my fuck buddy routine to a T, bro. Like straight up, he did the same exact shit he said he does. Dude, that's what I do to a T, bro. To the baby wipes and everything.
Right. This motherfucker is on point, dog. That's why he's one of the Game Kings. Hey, we still got another video to get through, man. Let's try to get this one wrapped up.
Yeah, we're an hour in.
On the way out the door, I ain't got no problem giving a little kiss, a little tap on the ass, and you take care of yourself. We're going to do this shit next week. I'm going to holler at you. And that's it. It ain't hard. You guys make it hard. And the problem with a lot of guys is guys think that women won't accept that. Well, here's my response to women won't accept that. There will be some women who might start to catch feelings, and at some point they might feel like, I don't want to be just Carrie's fuck buddy. I want to be more. And they feel like if they can't get their way, then they're either going to make a stink about it or they're just going to dip. Okay, if they dip, cool. I ain't tripping. I had fun. She had fun. She started catching feelings. She checked herself. She rolled out. No problem. Feelings. Right? Now, the door is open, like Steve always said.
I love a woman who will fire herself. I'm telling you. Hey, we can
hard
make a
dictate,
whole
hard feelings.
Little podcast about how women dismiss themselves.
Yeah, I respect that more.
I'll leave a candle on the
drags it on,
Right? Yeah, well, even then, look, man, and again, shout out to Steve Dean Williams, man. Steve teaches you to put a candle in the window. So you say, look, I understand how you feel. And I know that sometimes feelings change. And if your feelings about me change, girl, you know how to get a hold of me.
That's right.
And that possibility of more good dick is in the air. Like it's out there in the universe. She knows. She knows. She can come back and get it again, dog.
You want to come back, and I had plenty of chicks that were fuck buddies that rolled out because they wanted more, or there was a guy that they were seeing that was willing to date them seriously, so they rolled out, tested the waters over there, and came right the fuck back right now. In the event the chick make a stink about it, all you got to do is let her know, remind her what the assignment is, and she can either get back on the same page with you, or you got to go ahead and tell her, hey, you got to dip. You know what I'm saying? You got to dip. This is what it is with me. You obviously want something else. I'm not willing to give you what it is you asking for. It makes no sense to go back and forth about this shit. It ain't going to happen. So you might as well just dip. You know what I'm saying? So, gentlemen, that's what it is. Fuck buddy etiquette. Respect, honesty, and consideration. Respect, honesty, consideration. Now, let me it can't evolve into something more. I said this recently. In my adult life, meaning since I graduated high school up until now, I've had 4 serious relationships. All 4 of those relationships started off as fuck buddy situations. So for any women listening, there's hope for you. But I'm gonna put you through the gauntlet.
I did not DJ his wedding.
You gotta start off in the mailroom. Okay, I promise you, you're gonna get that corner office with a.
He said you gotta start off in the mailroom. I fucking love it, dog.
You.
Wait a minute.
If you've earned it, right? If you've earned it.
Hold on. Time. I just want to point out that the whole start off in the mailroom. There was a movie in the 80s that reminded me of. It was called Secret to My Success. It had Michael J. Fox. Young men, go see that movie. I don't give a crap how dated you think it is. Go see Secret to My Success. Please continue the video.
We just got a couple seconds left.
Yeah.
You might get let me not say I promise, but I promise that I will consider it if you earned it, right? There might be potential there if you earned it. No promises. But gentlemen, even when you very first meet women, don't be telling them I'm open for a relationship. Number one, yeah, you might be open for a relationship, but you haven't identified if she is the woman you're open for a relationship for. So never say that shit. That's giving women false hope. And again, what are we talking about? Managing and mitigating fuck buddy etiquette. Consideration, respect, honesty. I'm out.
All right. So, give me just a second here, gentlemen. I'm going to add the other one to the stage, and we're going to run this one.
Let me plug the joint. Fuck buddy.
Now, again, I just want to say, I brought this thing back from the radar. So you're going to see me in the corner. But what I did here, out of respect for Kzag, and, you know, he's got the game, not me, I cut all my little commentary out. So you're going to see me down in the corner, but it's going to kind of be like this one, man, where we just sitting back and Kzag's the one giving out the game tonight, dog. So let's get through this one. This is the manhood is a skill set, fuck buddy etiquette that YouTube deleted.
Etiquette. We got to talk about this shit. There's a lot of guys that don't get it. Fuck buddy etiquette. For those of you who caught the Real Game No Theory live stream, we had a caller and he was inquiring about being able to maintain a friends with benefits situation with at least two women, I believe that he was talking about. Now, let me just say this about friends with benefits. A lot of people, they look at fuck buddy and a friends with benefits as the same thing. I don't. I separate the two. And let me just briefly explain why, to me, there's a separation. When I think about a fuck buddy, I think about a chick, we just fuck. How the fuck are we friends if we don't deal with each other outside of just fucking? We're not friends. Okay, acquaintances, you can call us that, but we're not friends. We're just fucking. Okay, I'm not having conversations with her outside of just fucking. Okay, I'm not taking her out on dates. I'm not having textathons and all this type of shit. We're not spending the night together. We're not taking showers together. We're not sharing meals together. We're not doing Netflix and chill together. We just fucking. That's it. That's a fuck buddy. Where our dealing with each other is strictly sexual. Nothing else. There's no blurring of the lines. Friends with benefits, to me, I look at that as a situation where this is a chick. Every now and again, we go out on dates. She might call me up. She might offer to take me out. I might call her up, offer to take her out. We kick it. You know, she might come to the crib. We might have a conversation prior to fucking or a conversation after. Okay, when I say conversation after, I ain't talking about no spending the night, taking showers. I ain't talking about no laying up and pillow talking with she laying on my chest. I'm talking about as we getting dressed, we talking. That type of shit. Okay, to me, friends with benefits. But to me, when I talk about friends with benefits, I'm talking about a situation where the young lady and I, we have a sexual and a non-sexual relationship, but there are clear boundaries drawn where she understands that she is not the only girl. And she's cool with that. She's cool with that. It's kind of like the whole fuck buddy thing where we don't do no dates. We don't kick it. We don't do nothing. We don't share a meal together. We don't take each other out on dates. We don't do none of that. We just fuck. Anytime we give each other a call on the phone, it's to set up a sexual rendezvous. Anytime we're texting, it's to set up a sexual rendezvous. And then when we link up, we fuck, she dips. Or if I meet her at her spot or whatever, we fuck, I dip.
Man, I hope you guys are out here taking notes, man. I really are, because this is how you move, and women respect the fuck out of it. I'm telling you, if you just don't lie to them, if you don't do bitch ass shit, if you're straight up with them, if you're not leading them on, they respect the hell out of you, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a situation where, like, if you're into that situation and she's saying, hey, you know, I don't feel like you respect me, this and that. Hey, look, we had this agreement. If you don't like this agreement, we don't have to continue it. But man, we've been having fun, you know. Yeah, totally.
That's the extent of our relationship. Hold on.
Okay, look, I think it's important to mention something he hasn't got into yet. You got to be able to. You got to have good dick, dog. You got to be able to fuck these women right. You know, they're not going to keep coming back and doing this kind of shit for some trash dick. So, you know.
Not unless you got some cash.
Yeah, that'd be the only way. The only other way.
So real quick. So this guy, he calls into the Real Game No Theory show.
Just booty calls, that's it. All right, hold on. Mattress.
Yeah, you're either the alpha fuck or the beta buck. Either way, she's using you.
All right, let's keep going, dog.
And he talks about this one young lady he was dealing with. And now, bear in mind, prior to him giving us the background story of what was going on with this babe, he was talking about how he wanted just fuck buddy situations. But come to find out, this chick invites him over to her crib twice. He goes over twice, and both times the same scenario happens. He don't smash. Both times he shows up, and she automatically got the TV on and manipulating this dude, and he Netflix and chilling without the sexual feeling.
Dog.
Oh.
Hey, if I went to her crib, the TV is on, I'm walking in there and I'm grabbing the remote and I'm shutting it off because I'm there now. So she ain't got time to pay attention to the TV and me. So the TV's got to go, dog. She can do that shit when I'm not around. My time is too important and valuable. But look, hey, something else though. When I go to a woman's crib, I will make myself at home, fellas. I will turn that motherfucking crib into my crib. There's a good chance she's got my favorite snacks already stocked up there. My favorite drinks are in the fridge. My little healthy stuff I like to eat, you know, is in the little cupboards, man. So it's easy for me to make myself a home. Like I said, women go hard for me.
He just fucking cat in my yard and shit. Hold on. Anyway, let me stop. All right, so my point is this. So he showed up at this chick's crib, and he's allowing her to.
I think I got a little lag in my internet, and it's doing a little something with the
dictate
video, but we should be able to follow
the pace and the flow of the interaction. Okay, let me say this to all you men listening right now. If you want a fuck buddy situation to pop off, you cannot allow the woman to dictate it. You have to dictate it. You have to dictate it. Okay, and it's funny because the whole premise of the show was about how women aren't attracted to men they can easily manipulate. Now, imagine this. Imagine this. In your mind, you have this thought process of, oh, I just want to fuck this shit. I want to fuck buddy.
I don't think a lot of guys can even consider that
No.
she's just not attracted to you because she can't manipulate you. It has nothing to do with your look. That's why I don't understand you looks maxing motherfuckers, you money, cars. I don't understand you. I've never needed like a money or cars or clothes to get a woman in my life, dog. So I don't get it. It's really about her being into you. She's either into you or she's not. And
bro, I pulled some of the finest, most down ass, badass bitches, man, when I was at my brokest, at my lowest.
Oh yeah, you gotta have game then.
Yep.
Dog, and I have too, man. I have come up a couple times from nothing with the help of some lovely women in my life, man.
Yep.
You know, just want
Dude,
to
I came
see
to
me
Pittsburgh.
do better. Just know that I'm
I
going to
came
get
to
to that
Pittsburgh
next
with
level.
Yep.
I came to Pittsburgh with $600 with a stupid idea, and honestly, I gotta say, my first 2 or 3 years here, it was like I had to make appointments. it was nuts.
Let's get through this, man. I want to wrap this stream up in about 20 minutes today, fellas. We're only going to be on for about 90 minutes total.
Situation. You go to her crib twice, and she got you sitting on the couch watching fucking Lifetime movies on Netflix and shit, and you don't smash either time. Imagine that. What is she doing in those moments? She is controlling shit. She's dictating shit. She is manipulating you because she's basically saying, I want to spend time with you without fucking. And I believe I can pull it off because I know you want to have sex with me that bad. I believe I can pull off getting you to do what I want you to do, and I never allow you to do what you want to do. I never give you what you want, but I get exactly what I want. And that is a dude I can lay on the couch with. I can throw my feet up on his fucking lap while he massages my fucking bunions while we watch my favorite fucking Netflix movies. And he gonna sit there and let me do it because I know he wants to have sex with me that bad. Come on, man. Fuck buddy etiquette. Okay, there's unwritten rules to the game, man. When it comes to fuck buddy etiquette, there's unwritten rules. Number one, if you want a fuck buddy, no dates. No dates. If you want a fuck buddy, the only time y'all should be having a phone conversation is to set up sexual rendezvous. If you want a fuck buddy, the only time you should be texting or messaging online, you shouldn't even be messaging online at this point, but just hypothetically speaking for you motherfuckers that can't get away from the goddamn internet, everything should be sexual. Everything should be is, hey, that shit that we did the last time, let's do that shit again on this date at this time. And then once she confirms that she's cool with it, but like, all right, I'll see you then. End of fucking communication. You don't talk, you don't act, no good morning text, no good night text, or whatever the fuck. None of that shit. None of that shit. The most you do in
Dog, I don't text women good morning, man. I'm just way too busy. I got work in the morning. I'm working out. I got the kids. I ain't got time for all that. Some of them understand and they get with the program and they get used to, initiating communication with me first. And some of them get so mad and think that I'm being inconsiderate when really they're just used to dealing with motherfuckers that want to say good morning, beautiful every day. And that ain't me, dog. I ain't all that shit.
Do you remember when it was like Facebook etiquette to like when a hot girl like accepted your friend request, be like, hey, thanks for the ad, beautiful. You'd always see that shit on her wall. She's got 842 friends and they're all guys.
No, thank you.
My opinion, I shout out to the homie Miles Cunningham because I know he rocked with this. The most you should do is when a chick is leaving your crib, especially when it's super late at night, but like, hey, yo, text me, make sure you made it back home safe. Text me to let me know you made it home safe.
This dude he had the same thing in the other video. And you got to remember, this one got deleted and he didn't remember what was in it. This is just how consistent a man is. Like, motherfucker's on point, dog.
Yeah, and I do want to add one thing to that. I want to add one thing to that. Just because we live in a day and age of where we know a lot of false accusations have taken place, there's another reason why you should send a text to her after the fact. You can say things like, hey, had a great time with you. Usually she'll respond with, oh, me too with you. She's far away when she texts that to you. This can stop her from maybe making a false accusation against you. You after you guys are separated, you sent her a friendly text, she sent one back. If she wants to go and throw a false accusation later, that at least throws a little bit of question into something where now you're not necessarily being fingered for something you didn't do. They catch feelings, they get angry, sometimes they get crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Getting rid of them before it gets to that point, dog. But all right, let's.
Well, sure. Remember, we're talking to young men.
You can choose not to respond, or you can choose to be like, all right, that's what's up.
You know what, JC? That's a fair point because we make these videos for young men that don't know any better. So
Yep.
I appreciate you breaking it down to a level that they can't understand. I know we're not making videos here for me, but so I appreciate that, JC.
Sure.
Holler at you soon. Boom, and that's it. No conversations. Look, let me tell y'all something. Okay, and this is gonna sound cruel to a lot of y'all motherfuckers. And a lot of the fuck buddy situations you find yourself in, you should not even know the chick's last name or her middle name. Whatever name she told you to call her by, that's the only fucking name you should know. And you shouldn't really know where she's from unless she volunteered that. You shouldn't know she has siblings unless she volunteered that. You shouldn't really know nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the fact that she's a chick you want to fuck, she down to fuck, and that's it. You shouldn't be asking no questions about her personal life at all. Okay, and let me say this: to a lot of women, they got a problem with this, but they know this is some real shit. In a fuck buddy scenario, you should be literally emotionally unavailable. Emotionally unavailable. Emotionally unavailable. And dare I do say, in most cases, there should be no compassion, no empathy or sympathy. All that should matter is, hey, let me know when you're free to get it in. Anything that she's going through in her personal life is her shit. It ain't your shit. And if she decides to share something with you, you should literally be like, damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yo, I hope everything work out for you. But look, if you're free next week, let me know. All right, I'm going to holler at you. Take care of yourself. It should literally be that. It should literally, see, most dudes, they can't do that, man. Look, let me tell you.
No, they don't know how to redirect women like that, man.
Tell you something. For all you dudes where y'all want fuck buddy situations or y'all want to build a roster of women to fuck, y'all niggas ain't cut for it, man. You ain't cut, bro. You ain't cut for it. Like what the boss Mac Tom Sawyer say? Do you have the heart to be ruthless? Nigga, you not cut for it. You have to be emotionally unavailable. And chicks got to know, a woman, if you're in a fuck buddy situation, a woman literally has to know the only thing he provides for me is dick. He doesn't provide a comforting shoulder to lean on. He doesn't provide any advice with my personal problems. He is not that guy I can go to for any of that shit. If I'm gonna hit this man up, if I ain't hitting this man up confirming a sexual rendezvous, I'm not gonna get this man's attention. That's exactly how it has to be, man. And it's not about you being mean or anything like that. It's about you make it look, here's the thing. I'll put it like this. This is what a lot of guys don't understand. And I said this, I haven't said this recently, but I said it in a video months ago. No matter what scenario you find yourself in with women, okay, whether it's fuck buddy, friends with benefits, girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, husband and wife, you are responsible for mitigating that woman's emotions. Okay, let me say that shit again. You are responsible for mitigating, look up the word mitigate. You are responsible for mitigating that woman's emotions. Meaning if all you want is a fuck buddy scenario, but you feel like a chick was initially down for it, but now she's trying to cross boundaries into something else that you ain't with, you got to mitigate that. You got to refocus her on a task at hand and let her know this is the assignment. This is all I'm trying to do with you.
This is the assignment. This
is all I'm about when it comes to you. If this is a problem for you and you want something more, you're not going to get that. And if I either need to let you go and not fuck with you, or you need to walk away of your own volition and go find another guy that wants to give you that type of energy you're seeking, it's going to happen one way or the other. You're responsible for mitigating that. Hey, you cannot allow your desire to want to have sex with a woman so bad, or you're concerned with, damn, I don't want to hurt her feelings. You can't be worried about hurting her feelings. It's not your job to be worried about that. And that's going to sound, a little cold and mean to some women. You can't be concerned with worried about that. Because let me tell you right now, women ain't concerned with your feelings. If a woman is dealing with you and she know for a fact she don't want nothing from you but sex, she don't give a fuck about your feelings. There are chicks who will literally kick you out of, if a chick invites you over to her spot and all she looks at you is a human dildo or a boy toy, the minute y'all get done fucking, if you try to lay there and talk to her, there are chicks that will tell you, okay, I'm good. You can go home. I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it. And they'll give you some job well done. Feel free to go use the bathroom and wash yourself off, but I'm good. Good. You don't got to worry about me. Just, hey, I'm going to hit you up next week. They might be on that, don't call me, I'll call you type of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Females can be very ruthless when it comes to them dealing with men they only want dick from. So I don't know why you motherfuckers are so concerned with hurting feelings. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let women know what you want. Stand on that shit. Don't deviate from that shit. Don't worry about chicks getting upset. As long as you're being authentic, genuine, and transparent, and you ain't lying, what the fuck you worried about? What the fuck you worried about? Don't blur the lines, man. Look, gentlemen, when you spend non-sexual time with chicks that you claim you want as fuck buddies, you're blurring the line. You're giving women hope. What did I tell you guys? I did a video, and I'm gonna finish it with this. I did a video. If you want a fuck buddy situation with women, there can only be one door. Door number one, dick is behind that door. A lot of you guys, with the shit that you do and say,
I mean, it's a zipper.
You blur the lines and you give women options, whether you know it or not. You give women options, and now you present a door number two, dick and possibilities. Anytime you give a woman an option of dick and possibilities, she's gonna seek those possibilities. And that's what led to the old dude being at the crib watching Netflix and shit. Making out on the couch like he a teenager, dry humping, clothes burning, because the chick is looking at dick and possibilities because he gave her multiple options based on how he was acting in the situation instead of conducting himself in a way where all he had to offer was dick. See, what you say has to match how you behave. Let me say that shit again for dudes that don't understand that shit. What you say has to match how you behave, because if it doesn't, you're automatically showing inconsistencies. And the women can see that. Oh, he says this, but he does that. Yeah, he says all he wants is sex, but he acts like he's cool with other shit that I'm presenting to him. And I know the reason why he's cool with other shit that I'm presenting to him is because he wants sex that bad. So automatically, they are already in control. And once a woman feels like she's in control of the situation and she can move you from here to there with the prospect of sex, she won't respect you. I'm out.
Damn, fellas. What y'all think of Zag, man? Giving us the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the first, all three of us have pretty much been speechless. Like the motherfucker covered it all.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you have transparency and a solid agreement between the two of you, nothing beyond that should matter. If she's going to go ahead and say, hey, look, we've been doing this for a while, now I want to take it a step further, let me say, look, we started at the beginning. We set boundaries. We're not catching feelings. This is how it is. I've had many a girl leave my place right after we were done, have it be a mutual decision. If you're both on the same page, that's great. The minute you don't feel like you're on the same page, you either need to have that, and I do mean brief discussion, or go ghost. You got to do one or the other.
Damn, y'all ghost women? TK, you ghost bitches?
Well, you got to remember, I've had enough tires slashed. I've had enough stalking done. I've had enough things like that. We're going to go ahead and make that determination before you even know where I live. And that's kind of the stage we're going to be at when I make that kind of decision.
I'm real big on only fucking with women if they respect me. If they're not showing me the utmost respect, I ain't fucking with them. I definitely ain't grading them dick. Yeah, I'm not really giving them access to me. That's one of the, if they want access to me, they're gonna show me, a very respectful side of them. So
yeah,
I get it. I understand a lot of these dudes out here just chasing pussy, and that's why we wanted to do Fuck Buddy Etiquette for y'all. So if you're going to be out there chasing pussy, you at least understand that there's fucking rules to it. So,
man, we're almost at 90 minutes.
Yep. You guys ready to wrap this up then? Anything you want to add, TK? What's up, man?
I'm good, man. My phone's about to die, man, but I'll holler at y'all on the next one.
All right, brother.
All
We'll be together soon. Hey, we're going to break down some dating profiles for you guys later in the week. We want to get back to doing that, helping you guys reading between the lines and learn what you're doing out here when you try to move with women. All right. Thanks for watching. Well, we out, right, gentlemen?
Peace.
All right. Catch you next